Welcome Nandu Bastola to the Did You Just Immigrate to Canada show. Hello Jim, thanks for having me here with you today. So Nandu, why did you and your family decide to move to Canada? Well Jim, in my hometown Bhutan my brother was arrested but had done no crime and was innocent. We were told by the government to leave the country within 3 days. That is terrible. Where did you go after that? Well, me and my family moved to Nepal as refugees and stayed there for about 16-17 years, and then we had the opportunity to move to a third country and resettle there. We chose to move to Canada. When did you arrive in Canada and where did you first live? We arrived in Canada on December 8, 2008 and settled in an apartment in St. Jérôme, Quebec. What are the economic considerations that made you choose to immigrate to Canada? While Canada will be benefiting from me immigrating here because I will be paying taxes and spend money on my everyday needs, but since I did not have much money to survive when I first came to Canada, the government of Canada is giving me money every month. How is Bhutan, your home country, benefiting from you moving to Canada? Economic-wise, well, I will be sending money to my relatives in Bhutan to help support them, and in the end the money they spend will be benefiting the government, but Bhutan has lost a government employee which was my father's job and a telecommunication worker which was my brother's job. If we start to think about political considerations, why did you choose Canada to immigrate to? Me and my family really wanted to learn French and the Canadian government gave us the opportunity by immigrating us into Quebec, but the government did ignore the fact that me and my family knew no French and we had to learn French before we could integrate into society. Do you think Canada benefited by immigrating you and your family into Quebec? Yes, because my father, who was a government employee in Bhutan, now knows French and can use his skills to help the government of Quebec contact other Bhutanese people, but the government of Bhutan does not want me or my family to return back into the society of Bhutan. Is Bhutan benefiting from you and your family immigrating to Canada? Yes, because the government of Bhutan will never have to let me and my family into Bhutan again because I have integrated into a new society in Quebec, Canada. But they are losing a government employee who was very useful to them, and that is their loss. Thank you for sharing your personal story about immigrating to Canada. No problem, and thank you for having me.